Hey, look, I'm Sanji. Okay, which one of you ate the meat? Oh, really?
Zoro!
That's serious! How can you two screw around when we're in this desperate situation? Well, we can't get out, so what else is there for us to do? The fact that we can't get out is the reason it's so desperate! If we don't do something soon, we're gonna wind up dead! And where are you sleeping?
Oh, is it morning?
It's afternoon, you moron!
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. It's your boy, Drawkinglo. I hope everybody's having a good day, good night, good morning, wherever you guys listening or watching this. Today's topic is about friendship. Art I'm drawing today is One Piece Luffy, because everybody knows Luffy is the biggest friend. He is the biggest friend in all anime. His whole crew is made of friends who he met through the series. You know, he risked his life to try save, his brother, aka his best friend, basically, who passed away, his ace. Friendship is hard. Friendship is easy. Friendship is a long thing. Some are short, some are long. I feel like I have like 100 friends, and this thing is hard to maintain. Like, if you have a friend group of even 10 people, it's hard to maintain. I hear people be like, oh, you guys could do this, or you guys could be this, but there's like 10 different type of attitudes, 10 different type of temperaments, 10 type of different personalities. Other personalities clash with other personalities. My friend group, I brung in this friend brung in this friend. Not everybody is all friends, but it's a beautiful thing where we all could get together and do things. And like, that's also a next side thing where not everybody's our friends. So it turns out to this person not really liking that person not really liking that person. And it's pretty crazy, right? It's pretty crazy. Friendship. And I realized something about myself. I'm just like Luffy, where I want to help my friends the most. I want to do the most. I want to kill for my friends. I want to die for my friends. If they ask me to do something, I try to do the best, even though I might not even have the best. And I try to have the best attention, but there's something called time. And not everybody has time, right? Time is a thing where, especially if you're busy, like a family man like me who have to take care of this, take care of that. I try to fit in time for everybody, but it's extremely hard, right? So then what happens is you have a lot of people resenting you because you can't make time for them, and you made time for them when you were a kid, or you made time for them yesterday, but you can't make time for them today. But that's the hard part, and some friends need to understand, like, this person has a life. This person's doing something now. They're very busy. And it's okay if we don't see each other, because we're still friends, And the sad part about it, if they get mad and they don't want to be your friends anymore, life has to move on, because you still got to do you, right? But you still love that person. You still, wish them the best. And hopefully they could understand later in life, or they could realize it's not all about giving time. Because sometimes there's no time. And I wish I could give everybody my time, all my friends my time. I probably have like 30 plus friends who all want my time. Time is a thing where it's tough, especially when you have stuff doing, right? So One Piece, I think it's one of those animes. It's a love-hate relationship, just like a friendship. You either love One Piece or you hate it, right? It's either too long, right, or is it too childish if you watch it? And that was my problem when I watched it. I felt like some arcs were a little bit too childish for me, and some arcs were really serious, what I liked. And again, as I said, Sometimes the series is too long. Like some certain friendships, friendships become too long, and they probably have to burn out, or people have to split separate ways because sometimes you might have I like your things going on, other person might have their things going on, and like sometimes like we were good friends, but we don't really have time for each other. We're still friends, but like I'm doing my thing, you're doing your thing, and there's nothing wrong, just like One Piece. One day I'll get back to trying to watch the thousands episodes. One Piece has 1,000 episodes. It's pretty crazy, but yeah, friendship. It's in a nutball. It's a wonderful thing. It's a tiring thing. It's a beautiful thing, and sometimes it's not a good thing, right? But on the positive of friendship, what it could bring is people who help each other, people who come along and like make new things, make new memories, right? You could all find a new friend and you never knew you liked this sport because they start playing it, right? Or they play it. You get into that sport and you're like, yo, I'm really happy I met you because I never knew I could friggin' play badminton or those type of sports, if you know what I mean. Or somebody comes along and like I never knew I could go camping because my friend John goes camping, and I thought it was really cool, but I never had nobody in my circle who goes camping, and I'm trying this new thing. Friendships are hard, but there's a lot of beauty what comes out of friendships. It's just like relationships when you're with your girlfriend, boyfriend. It's a relationship. A lot of these things, some people are friends for 15 years, 20 years, and that's even longer than certain people's marriages, relationships, right? And that person. If you've been friends with that person for 15 years, 10 years, you know that person deeply, right? Ins and out. So friendships are beautiful, and that's why I picked One Piece, because I say Luffy's the biggest friend. Everybody he meets, he becomes their friend, right? Then he joins them to his crew. And I love that. I just love the concept of him, finding somebody who he thinks is cool, and like I want to help you out, and I want you to become my friend. And at the end of it, you're joining my crew. So that's how I kind of have my friendships, right? With AWOL and like the people I go play basketball with, and the people I party with. Like, these are all friends over time I went to school with, or who I live in my neighborhood with. I was just like, yo, let's make a group. You know what I mean? Join my group and let's go have some fun. Let's go have drinks. Let's go, party, right? And that's why I see myself as Luffy. Like, I'm always this leader who I didn't really want to be a leader, but like, I wanted this group and just to fulfill our goals and have fun. And trust me, as I said, like it's hard to have a group of 15, 20 people, right? Everybody has their temperaments. Everybody has this. Everybody has that. One person did that, so it splits the group. And my group went for a good 12 years. Now we're kind of split up, and I understand why. And sometimes we can't fix the why, but sometimes you just have to start new beginnings, right? And that's what I've done. I have a group of friends I chill with this time. I have this group of friends who I chill with that time. I feel like there's no problem. These two sets of groups, they might not like each other. They might hate each other. Something might have happened to the point where they're not talking to each other, and that's fine. Sometimes they have to break up, as I said, right? But I still give my energy to both groups. All my little other friends, I try to give my energy to. If I don't see you, I understand your frustration, but at the end of the day, I still gotta live my life, right? And I don't have enough time, as I said, right? Because you reach an adult, you have work, you have this, you have that to take care of, and that's how the cookie crumbles. And it would in a perfect world, it would be nice if we still did stuff like when we were kids and we had so much free time, right? But the most we could do now is just reach out and be like, hey, how you doing, friend? Are you okay? Are you free today to chill? No? That's okay. I understand. You got work, eh? All right. That's as simple as that. Friendship, man. It's a beautiful thing, as I said. And I'm just gonna leave it there at the positivity, because this podcast is all about positivity. So we just leave it at that. It's a beautiful thing. Friendship, you know? Shout out YouTube. 20 years. I wouldn't have been, I swear, a lot of things I wouldn't have known how to do if YouTube was never a thing, right? If people weren't out there creating content, right? And now even me, I'm creating content. So YouTube is a beautiful thing. Happy birthday, YouTube. Shots out. 20 years. I couldn't have done it if YouTube wasn't out there. You know, a big shout out to YouTube. The song of the day. I almost didn't have a song of the day, to be honest with you guys. It's getting harder every week to even come up with a topic, right? But I'm gonna do it every week because I said this is what I want to do, and I'm pushing myself to do it. I'm like Luffy. I'm trying to go for the One Piece, and this is the One Piece. Yeah. So the song of the day, I'm gonna put it in the link below. I can't pronounce it. It's a French guy. You know the French guy with the gap in his tooth, and he goes like, I'm this horrible. I'm not even gonna try. I apologize to you guys. But yeah, that's the song of the day. I'll put it in the link in the bio. I hope everybody has a good rest of the weekend. I hope everybody had a good long weekend. I hope you guys ate enough fish. Hope you guys ate bun and cheese if you guys are Jamaican. Catholics, you know, obviously they eat fish on Friday, just like Jamaicans and a lot of Christian or Catholic people. I hope all the kids enjoyed their Easter hunt and found enough chocolate, and I hope they don't have so much cavities because of the chocolate. You know, I have to go to the dentist back-to-back days. Unfortunately, my mouth still hurts from yesterday, but luckily I got to, you know, do the podcast right now. And with that, you know what I always say, you know, like my daddy Vibes Cartel says, what's under our nose? And I'm out.